Wait a moment. This isn't a furry visual novel. Hey guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you to the Let's Play episode of Psychic Connections Aiden's Path. So, the last place we left off, we were heading someplace with Aiden, Quinn, and Zoe, and we were just talking about how Zoe tends to be a crazy girl when she gets drunk and do weird things like give Jude a lap dance and make him feel like a very awkward buck. So, all right, let's see what this little adventure holds for us, shall we? Just sit back and enjoy. Immediately, Aiden has like a fit. All right. Aiden shifts in what I can only assume is discomfort. Why do you not like party? Why? Do you not like parties or something? Aiden doesn't like spending too much time around Jude. Well, he doesn't exactly make it easy to spend time with him. That's true, but we all know it's more than that. What do you mean? Well, I'm sure you've probably noticed by now that Jude is a little intense. Okay, I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. Jude is... well, it's not so much that he's intense, rather he's very passionate. It makes him and Aiden a little less compatible. Somehow I'm still not following. Are they trying to say Aiden's too reserved? Less compatible how? It's... it's a burden of my empathic abilities. I tend to get a bit swept up in strong waves of emotion. So, because Jude tends to feel things so strongly, it affects you. Exactly. It's why I find myself becoming more argumentative around Jude. I still remember when you screamed at that mom on the plane. Well, her child was crying and she was just idly watching a movie. Outside of being neglectful, I was doing everyone on the plane a service. Somehow I think more people just assumed you were a pompous ass who couldn't handle sitting in front of a crying baby. I wouldn't have had to do that if you'd not insisted we give that older couple our first-class tickets. Regardless of your issues, Aiden, you have to be there. You too, Mason. I've got the perfect plan this year. I have to come? I don't even know what to bring. Don't worry about it. You've only just met, so chances are anything you got him would work. Just don't get him what Elliot got him 2 years ago. What did Elliot get him? A book with a series of pickup lines and date ideas. Yeah, I get Elliot was trying to nudge Jude to get out there, but there isn't a universe he was ever going to use that. So, what was the plan this year? It's a secret. If it's a secret, how exactly do you prepare appropriately? Don't worry, all the preparations will be made ahead of time. How cryptic. I'm not too sure how I feel about a mystery birthday party. Jude doesn't strike me as someone who would enjoy a surprise party. Although, if he really does know what's about to happen, I can't imagine that kind of party would work either. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to stop here to grab a bite. Quinn points to a small corner store. It looks a bit run down. Really, Quinn? Couldn't you wait until after your class? No, Aiden, I really can't. I'm hungry, and there's only one thing that will fill me up right now. Please don't say instant noodles! Before Aiden can protest further, the bunny bounds onwards into the small store. Aiden simply stands there, shaking his head, while Zoe simply chuckles as if this was an expected outcome of our trip. One of us should probably go in there just to make sure he doesn't take too long. Yep, I'm gonna stay here with Boy. Sounds good. I'll keep the rabbit on task then. Zoe moves on ahead while I turn to Aiden, who grumbles while looking at his watch. You know, watching the clock like that is just bound to make time pass slower. Truly an astute observation, but there isn't much else we can do other than make small talk. Well, we could go in with them. Aiden scoffs at the notion. He turns his head and begins looking around as if scanning the building's foundation. I don't think I'd very much find anything to my liking in such an establishment. That's true. They probably don't have any caviar in there. I'd be surprised if they had anything resembling real meat in there, let alone caviar. It's all likely sodas and fat-enriched snacks, processed without an ounce of care put into them. I didn't take you for a health nut. Well, it's important to maintain one's health, especially if you intend to live a long and fulfilling life. For example, the pot pies we had yesterday were full of many of the necessary nutrients one should seek in a meal. That's true. They were pretty good, too. That they were, though it's important to get a good balance. Too many savory items like that could also prove detrimental. I wasn't expecting to get into a dietary discussion with Aiden, but it seems like he actually cares about it quite a great deal. Albeit, I'm not sure if I can agree since not everyone has access to the best options. Sometimes you just take what you can get. Since we're on the topic of food, I did have a question about his empathic capabilities. So, when we went to the culinary table the other day, was it because you could feel I was hungry? Not particularly. I'd only noticed you were uncomfortable. It seemed like you didn't really want to be there, though, so I thought it would be best to take you to one of the more enjoyable tables. So how does it work exactly? Is there like a big sign over my head that says happy or sad? That's a bit more difficult to explain. I suppose it's similar to how you feel your own emotions. It's like people emit this emotional residue that my brain seems to just catch. Kind of sounds like me. Kind of sounds like how I read people's emotions, actually. I don't know, maybe I'm him. That's actually, yeah, I'd say I'm extremely empathic. It's really easy for me to pick up on what other people are feeling around me. Which is why it's difficult to be around with intense emotions, like Jude. Additionally, it's why I do my best to not needlessly place myself in crowds. Is there something wrong with being in a crowd? How to explain it in a way that makes sense? Imagine walking down a street and everyone around you was playing their music for everyone to hear. How would that make you feel? That particular scenario would probably be pretty distracting. It's not like I'd be able to focus on a single song easily. If his brain was catching all that interference from other people... That's me, guys. I imagine it'd be a bit disorienting. If it's like that, I'm impressed you were so composed yesterday. If I were younger, I might have been overwhelmed. However, I've been coping with this all my life. While you are taking to our secret society, while you are taking to our secret fairly well, I want to reassure you that with time, it'll almost seem natural to you. I certainly hope so. Well, I've certainly been warming up to the idea. It all still feels foreign to me. A small part of me is still expecting this to be a lucid dream, however, so I know I won't be waking up anytime soon. The wolf turns his expensive-looking wristwatch and begins tapping his foot. Honestly, though, where are they? Quinn has to be in class in the next 30 minutes. Nope. As if right on cue, Quinn and Zoe exit the small store, a couple of small bags of various snacks in hand. I hope you enjoyed your short shopping spree. We better get moving if we want to get to class on time. Sorry, Aiden, I got hit with a hard choice of which noodle flavor I wanted. Really, Quinn? Surely you could eat something more fulfilling. You know what? Quinn stops himself as he looks at me. He closes his mouth and takes a deep breath. I appreciate your input, Aiden, but I like what I like. Besides, it's something I can make while I grab my backpack from my room. Does your room have a microwave? Yeah, I tend to make popcorn whenever I'm on a late-night binge. Which is like every night. Whatever. We need to get moving. You got what you needed, so let's get going. As pushy as he was being, Aiden was right. We needed to get going if Quinn wanted to make it on time. The rest of the walk was fairly uneventful. We all went our separate ways once we got back to campus. I'd returned to my room for a few hours and spent them just thinking about everything that's happened. Time seemed to fly by because I ended up having to rush to make it on time to my psychology class. Though I wouldn't have missed much like my English course the other day, it seems it's just the instructor explaining how they run the class. I didn't know anybody in the class, and nobody seemed particularly interested in talking to me either. If anything, most of them look pretty brain dead. Not that I'm any different, though. Maybe it's because my mind keeps being drawn elsewhere. I wonder if the instructor will ever talk about the psychological instincts some students have to tune out their professors. I can definitely understand why Quinn wants to skip the first day of a course. All I want to do is pack up and go. I can't stop thinking about how everything seems different now. I know nothing has actually changed, but I can't look at people the same way. How do I know that none of the other students in this class are psychic? Though, for that matter, how do I know that the other students here aren't aliens or androids from the future? I think I'm starting to become a conspiracy nut job. It's turning the frickin' frogs gay! God, Alex Jones is such an idiot. Zoe texted me during the class and gave me Elliot's, Jude's, and Quinn's phone numbers. I guess so that I'm able to contact anyone in the club. Beyond that, the class passed by uneventfully. Hopefully I'm able to enjoy it more when I have less on my mind. The other students filed out of the classroom relatively quickly, but I lagged behind. I feel like I didn't do that much today, yet at the same time, I know my brain is positively fried. With nothing else planned for today, it only makes sense that I head back to my room and get some much-needed rest. Home sweet... Oh! What's that? Say it again? Home sweet home. No place I'd rather be than right... Fuck! I feel a sharp pain pass through me as I stub my toe against the ladder of the bunk bed. Not sure how I pulled that one off, but I suppose I've had ditzier moments. Damn, that hurt. I slowly crawl up to the top bunk and pull myself beneath my warm blankets. I can't believe psychics are real. Makes me feel almost normal despite the whole coma thing. Though, I guess I'm a psychic too, according to Zoe. I wonder what it is that I'm supposed to be able to do. She said that if I hadn't noticed, it was probably something smaller. I guess if I really am psychic, I'll probably know when it happens. Pulling up my phone, I'm surprised to see that Zoe added me to a group chat. I swear, sometimes her timing with my thoughts makes me almost wonder if she can actually tell whenever I think about this stuff. Hey Mason, thought I'd add you to the group chat. Welcome, Mason. Do try to avoid using this channel later in the evening since some of us need our rest. Hi! Hey everyone! So yeah, this is where we make a lot of our plans for our meetings and other trips. Hopefully we haven't scared you off quite yet. Elliot, your caps lock is on again. It is. Sorry about that. Jude, are you still up? Yes. Why aren't you saying anything? I don't know. Is there anything more you wanted to discuss now that Mason has joined us, Zoe? I didn't have anything else in mind, no. Okay, I'll be muting this channel for the evening. No, okay, Boomer. Anyway, welcome, Mason, and I hope you'll be patient with all of us. I've got some stuff to take care of, so I'll talk to you later, all. I'll talk to you all later. I flop my phone back down. I consider sleeping, but somehow that brief conversation has gotten my brain turning once more. I've got a few more hours until I really need to get to sleep. Maybe I should text someone. Zoe's doing something, so I probably shouldn't disturb her. I guess I could try one of the guys. Yeah, one of the boys. I decided to text Aiden. I feel like he might be good for some conversation right now. Though I could be wrong. His text seemed to give off the vibe that he could be pretty busy. Only one way to find out. Hey, what are you up to? I'm reading a book. Why do you ask? No reason, just thought we could maybe talk. I see. What is it you wish to talk about? This is a good question. I hadn't really thought of a topic of conversation before starting this. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to talk with you. Interesting. Well, I'm afraid I'm not a very versatile and open-ended conversation. What book are you reading? I imagine you likely haven't heard of it. It's about AI technology. My father's company is currently working on design for various vehicles. Are you the son of Elon Musk? Elon Tusk? Do you really need to read that book, though? I thought you just closed deals or whatever. Good salesmanship requires a deeper understanding of the product you offer. If I am to truly inherit my father's business, I must completely engross myself in all aspects. Wow, I guess he really takes this whole business thing seriously. Though, I guess if you're inheriting a whole company, you have to be serious about it. Sounds like a lot of work. Indeed, I'm afraid it does not allow for many leisurely moments. However, I do make time to pursue things that arouse my interest. Like a penis. I can't believe I fucking said that, I'm sorry. Why does my mind immediately go... Oh, God, he even did it, too! What the hell? Why does my mind immediately go to the gutter with his use of the word arouse? Because you're filthy. What, like hobbies? I suppose you could call the following of political discussions a hobby. Though I personally feel that being properly informed is a necessity. However, I understand that not everyone shares this sentiment. I've never been incredibly involved with politics. As is the mass majority. It is a shame, but you can't exactly force involvement, even if it is important. I didn't expect to have this kind of discussion with Aiden. Though, I suppose it makes sense. Oh. A young business tycoon is probably more likely to follow politics. There we go, guys. Alarm Chan has made her voice known. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!